Mercedes, which had been on a roll with victories and podiums, suddenly found itself struggling to score points at the Dutch Grand Prix. What happened to the team that seemed to have finally found the path to success? Did the long-awaited updates backfire? And how does Mercedes plan to recover for the upcoming races? Let's analyze their prospects for the rest of the season. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any analysis. Let's get to what matters. Let's go back a few weeks in time. Mercedes was flying, literally. With 3 wins in the last 4 races before the summer break, the team seemed to have finally cracked the secrets of the W15. Lewis Hamilton and George Russell were confident, the team was optimistic, and fans were already dreaming of an epic turnaround in the season. Then we arrived at Zandvoort. Expectations were high, especially after the impressive performance in Spa. But from the first free practice sessions, it was clear something was wrong. The speed simply wasn't there. Russell, who qualified 4th, finished a distant 7th. Hamilton, starting from 14th after a penalty, managed to finish 8th. The most shocking part? The pace difference. Lando Norris, the race winner, crossed the finish line 44 seconds ahead of Russell. That's an eternity in Formula One terms. George, clearly frustrated, admitted, "I'm surprised by the lack of pace, I really don't know where it went." Hamilton, in turn, felt he could have fought for the podium if it weren't for the disastrous qualifying. He said, "If I had qualified where George was, I would have finished at least in the top 5, if not further ahead," lamented the 7-time champion. But what caused such a drastic drop in performance? Toto Wolff, Mercedes team principal, didn't hide his frustration and perplexity with the situation. "We have to look at the update kit. There's something big that didn't work here," he admitted after the race. The team went as far as reverting to old car specifications during the weekend in a desperate attempt to regain some performance. The most intriguing part is that the updates seemed to work well in theory and in factory tests. Andrew Shovlin, Mercedes trackside engineering director, explained, "You can do some direct measurements and say that the downforce it was supposed to deliver seemed to be there. So on one level, you could take comfort that it worked as expected." However, the reality on track was quite different. The car suffered from balance issues, excessive tire wear, and lack of grip in the corners. Russell described the feeling of sliding around a lot and suffering from high degradation. The situation became so critical that the team opted for a 2-stop strategy for Russell, something unusual considering the pace of the leaders. This decision ended up costing precious positions and points. Faced with this challenging scenario, Mercedes is now focused on understanding and solving the problems as quickly as possible. The team knows it can't afford to have another weekend like the one in the Netherlands if it wants to maintain its chances in the Constructors' Championship. The first step in the recovery plan is a thorough analysis of the data collected during the weekend. The team is comparing information from the different configurations tested, including old specifications and new updates. The goal is to identify exactly where and why things went wrong. Toto Wolff emphasized the importance of this learning process, saying, "Sometimes it's good to be hurt to take a step forward." This mindset of growing from mistakes is crucial for a team that dominated F1 for so long and now finds itself fighting to return to the top. Mercedes is also considering how to adapt its update package for upcoming circuits. Andrew Shovlin mentioned that the team needs to understand whether the aerodynamic upgrade they brought to Zandvoort was hindering or helping. This understanding will be crucial in determining which elements of the updates can be kept and which need to be revised or discarded. Additionally, the team is working on improving the correlation between factory data and on-track performance. The fact that the updates seemed promising in tests but failed in practice indicates there may be a discrepancy in this area. Now, with Monza approaching on the horizon, the big question is, will Mercedes be able to recover in time? The Temple of Speed, as the Italian circuit is known, presents a unique challenge for the team. With its long straights and high-speed corners, Monza is a test of aerodynamic efficiency and engine power, areas where Mercedes traditionally excels. Andrew Shovlin, Mercedes' trackside engineering director, acknowledges the challenge ahead, stating, "Monza is a very different track from Zandvoort. We're optimistic that some of the problems we faced in the Netherlands won't be repeated there, but we also know we can't count on that. Each circuit has its own demands, and we're working hard to ensure we're prepared for all eventualities. The team is focused on understanding and optimizing the W15's behavior in low-drag configurations, crucial for performance at Monza. Toto Wolff emphasizes the importance of this work, saying, "We can't simply expect things to improve on their own. We're analyzing every detail, every setup decision, to ensure we don't make the same mistakes." Lewis Hamilton, ever the optimist, sees Monza as an opportunity for redemption, stating that he's going there with the mindset that he can fight for the podium. The battle for third place in the Constructors' Championship gained a new chapter after the Dutch GP. With Ferrari showing signs of resurgence, Mercedes finds itself pressured from all sides. George Russell acknowledges the intensity of the competition, stating, "We're in a tight fight. Ferrari performed well in the Netherlands, and we know McLaren is strong, but we also know what we're capable of when we get things right." Toto Wolff emphasizes the importance of maintaining consistency and said that Mercedes can't afford to have another weekend like the one in the Netherlands. They need to be consistently fighting for podiums and wins if they want to finish third. The team is aware that the upcoming races will be decisive. With varied circuits ahead, the car's versatility will be tested. James Allison, Mercedes' technical director, highlights, "We're working on improvements that will not only help us in Monza, but also give us a solid foundation for the following races. The key is to find a balance that allows us to be competitive on all types of circuits." The battle for third place is not just a matter of pride, but also has significant financial implications for the teams. Each position in the Constructors' Championship represents millions in prizes and resources for next year's development. As the season enters its final phase, Mercedes finds itself at a crucial moment. The Dutch GP was a hard blow, but also a catalyst for changes and improvements. The team has demonstrated resilience and the ability to overcome challenges in the past, and now faces another test of its determination. Mercedes' history in Formula One is marked by triumphs and comebacks. The current challenge is just another chapter in this journey. With Monza approaching and the battle for third place heating up, the eyes of the F1 world will be watching to see how the team responds. As the dust settles after the Dutch GP, one thing is certain: Mercedes won't give up without a fight. The 2024 season still has a lot to offer, and the team is determined to finish strong. Will we see Mercedes return to the top of the podium before the end of the year? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure: it will be an exciting journey to follow. Don't forget to leave your predictions for Mercedes' performance in Monza and the rest of the season in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it now so you don't miss any updates on the fascinating world of Formula One.